because I've lost 2.7 kgs in this 3 weeks, which is amazing. And what was good for me was the fact that not just was I doing the 100% clean, but also the exercise comes in, because it's much easier to access a pool or to go for a walk here than going to the gym, which is 40 minutes away. And I mean, I was lazy and I was using like exams as an excuse, and I had my boards before I came here. So I was like, okay, I'll start once I come back. And I mean, I had to choose between Goa with my friends and coming here. But this was the right choice, because it's amazing, and it kind of reinforces all the ideas again. It reminds you why you're doing it again. And I mean, it just gives you a little bit more of a push. So it definitely has helped. So, I mean, I think one of the best things about the 3-week course is that they teach you how to do this even at home. It's not unreasonable at all. It's not like you have to go there and do this crazy diet that you can never sustain at home. You're still eating every day. You're still eating 3 meals if you want. And you are not pushed into having to do any exercise, or you don't have to do anything that you don't want to. So it's very much the same kind of environment in terms of the freedom that you get, but it still motivates you enough to do that. And it teaches you, I mean, including giving cooking techniques and, you know, how to love yourself, all the affirmations or the gratitude, that all helps in, you know, making you want to do this more, making you want to do this for yourself. I mean, it just reminds you how many reasons there are to be vegan, you know. Forget the health, which is a selfish aspect. Forget the animals, which is maybe because you're an animal lover and you don't want to be cruel. But just in terms of even the fact that the sustainability of it is much higher than anything else, in terms of the fact that any dairy products or any meat products uses so much more resource in terms of land, in terms of water, in terms of releasing methane in the air. And, you know, if we want to preserve the earth and all this global warming, then one of the leading causes is dairy and meat production, you know. The food shortage is a myth, because in fact, so much land is used just for grazing. And I mean, not just that, but like 80% of antibiotics that are produced are injected into cows and animals so that they lactate. So it's not just that we're wasting resources, but we're also ingesting all those chemicals and all those hormones, along with the fear and along with the stress that the cow and the chickens have. I mean, in the confinement that they live in. And in fact, the male chicks are crushed and then fed back to the female chicks so that they grow, because they don't know what to do with it. And they're constantly injecting hormones for cows to lactate all the time, starving male cows, calves rather. So, I mean, there are just so many reasons, whether you do it for the love of the planet, or because you want to like think of a smart choice and be sustainable, or because of the cruelty, or because of yourself. There's just so many reasons to go vegan. And I mean, I've had a lot of conversations where you're like, but that may not be true. But the statistics are there, and you know, there is enough evidence to show that not just is it disease causing, but it is the way forward if we want a more sustainable future. So, I mean, we are nature, and in terms of connecting back to that and seeing us as separate from the rest of the world, giving back to that is important, because after all, we have to continue living on this planet.